OP Variable is a 3 to 6 player auction deck building game, where players use their unique champion decks to gain power and sabotage each other. Acquire cards with various abilities to expand your options. The player with the most victory points at the end of the game wins. Each player chooses a champion and their 10-card starter deck. Each champion and their decks have a unique playstyle with different strengths and weaknesses. Keep champion card face up in front of you and shuffle the other cards to form your deck. Shuffle the dispute deck, excluding the 10 mythic cards. Keep the stack of curse cards, wound tokens, and VP tokens off to the side. Then each player draws 5 cards from their deck for their starting hand. Choose someone randomly to be the first player. The game is split into multiple rounds, each containing a number of disputes equal to the number of players. Each player takes turns playing cards, starting with the first player and then going clockwise. Players fight in disputes to gain cards for their deck. At the beginning of each dispute, reveal face up a number of cards from the dispute deck equal to the number of players plus 1. Then the dispute begins. Each player takes turns playing a card from their hand, activating any written effects on the card. If a player cannot or doesn't want to play a card, they may instead choose to pass. Once you pass, you're out of the dispute and cannot play other cards unless the card says otherwise. Players that have passed cannot be targeted by other players except by active and all effects. After all players have passed, the dispute ends. Each player then takes turns acquiring a revealed card from the dispute pool in order of strongest to weakest. Your total strength is equal to your POW minus your wounds. Turn order wins ties. The strongest player gets the last remaining card. Acquired cards are added to your discard pile. Each player then discard all cards they have in play. After a number of disputes equal to the number of players, the round ends. Check to see if one of the endgame conditions has been met. Otherwise, each player heals all wounds, shuffles their discard into their deck, and then draws back up to 5. If the round isn't over, then each player instead removes up to half their wound tokens rounded up, then draw back up to 5 cards. If you don't have enough cards left in your deck, you draw the cards that are left. Then the next player in turn order becomes the first player. Mythic cards are special powerful cards that give a player additional unique passive and active effects. These cards remain in front of you like your champion cards. By default, they don't offer VP at the end of the game like other acquired cards, but many have other ways to gain VP built into their passive or active effects. Mythic cards aren't available during the first round. After the first round ends, shuffle all mythic cards into the dispute deck. When a mythic card is revealed, the dispute becomes a mythic dispute. If a second mythic is revealed in the same dispute, shuffle the second mythic back into the dispute deck, then reveal another card. The game ends at the end of the round after a number of mythic cards, equal to the number of players plus 1 has been acquired. Alternatively, the game ends at the end of the round if there aren't any curse cards or VP tokens left. When the game ends, add up the number of VP gained from cards, tokens, and endgame effects. The player with the most VP is the winner.